Hey guys, we know that all the games always have levels. All games, not all games per se, but games that have levels are better. I don't know about you guys, but so in this game we're making levels finally. I know you guys have been thinking and wondering, is this going to be an endless run, or is it just going to be endless, or is it going to be a level game? It's going to be a level kind of game. So I'm going to be teaching you how to make levels today. So before we go right into the video, please subscribe if you're new here, and if you're already subscribed, thank you very much. Thank you for the support. Let's get into this video. And to create levels, let's start to our walls are off. No, we love the walls. Yeah, we love to see them. So first of all, we're going to make this UI better, yeah, before we continue with the level video. So we're just going to remove this background. How do we remove them? We just go to the objects, tap on the score. When we tap on the score, we see that the score is what is displaying here. So we're just going to tap on the score, go to the UI image. We're going to reduce the alpha. So we're going to reduce the alpha to 0, and as you can see, it's transparent. If we open our game view, you're going to see it's no more there. So we're going to go to high score and do the same thing. Just reduce it to 0, and it's gone. So I think it's better like this. So it's just going to be on the background of our screen instead of on the white stuff. So yeah, it's better like this. I counter the high score. Let's clear that. Clear all prayer prefs. Yes, and let's go into the levels. So to create levels, we're going to have to duplicate our scene. All these scenes are not necessary. We're going to have to duplicate this scene and then make them. We're going to make the levels manually. I'm showing you how to make the levels manually. We're not going to be creating them automatically. We're going to be making them manually. So we'll decide where it's ending and where it's starting. So let's create our 2 levels. So we're going to duplicate this. Let's make this level 1 and let this be level 2. So let's double tap on level 1. And now on level 1, we're going to change this to level 1. I'm going to change this to level 2. And at level 1, just going to, you can always mess with it however you want it. But on my level 1, I want my player to be this color. Nah, this color. Yes, and then I want the lines in between. It's not necessary. I want the lines that the player has. I want it to be white. So I have the white material and I drag it in. And yeah, it takes that white form. And then I'm level 1. I'm going to design the main camera to be a little bit purple. Yes, then I'm going to copy this color and go to my lighting. If you can't find the lighting here, you can always go to window, rendering, then lighting, and this will pop up. So lighting, environment. I'm going to scroll down to my fog and change the color of my fog to the color of my main camera, which I copied. So right click, paste, and the color sets in. So on my level 1, I'm going to go to my canvas and I'm going to create a text. And on creating a text, I'm going to go to my inspector, go to the anchor of the text, and hold Alt, then snap it to the center. As you can see, the center. So I'm going to go to my text, align the text to the center, drop it down a bit, then change the color to, let's say, white. No, let's use the color of the player. So pick color. Yes, okay. Now I'm going to increase the size. We're going to change this to let's say Poppins black. Let's say Poppins, yeah, no, Poppins light. That one is okay. I'm going to increase the size to, let's say, 50, and then since it's too much, we're going to increase the size here too. So drag this. I need to drag this. Remember to Alt and set it to the center, and then we're going to reduce the size to, okay, let's say 50. I'm going to say level 1. That seems fair. Let's say height. Then let's play and see if it's okay, if it's aligned well properly. Okay, it's great. It's great. But I think I'm going to make that black instead. Let it be black. It's preferable as black. No, we don't want it to be bold. Let it be there. It's black. Okay. So on level 1, I think I'm going to remove the walls in level 1 so that it will be better for us to know which is level 1 or which is not. And then let's remove the lanes. Should we remove the lane? Let's remove the lanes in the middle. The black. Okay, yes. So those lanes are off for level 1. So I've turned them off, and I've turned the moving walls off for level 1, just level 1. And I'm going to change the color of our score to be the color of our player, because the score counter should be the color of the player, and then the color of our high score should be black. Yeah, that makes sense. I just added the shadow, so add component, then type shadow, and you're going to be able to add the same shadow that I just added here. So, and I'm going to make my shadow the color of the player so that it will be like just a design stuff, so that it can be on the high score behind it, like that kind of stuff. So if we play now, we should be on our level 1, and this is our level 1. And then to end our level 1, we're going to create an end trigger. We're going to go to our scene view and then right click here, then tap on remove perspective, and then we're going to tap top, and we can see from the top. Mind you, I click top and then I turned off perspective, so now I can see my view as if I wanted to create obstacles, but then I want to say where I want the game to end. So I'm going to scroll. I pick this point and I want the game to end here. I don't want it to be too long since it's level 1. Let me scroll a bit. Let it end here. I pick here. So I'm going to delete all the obstacles that are on these parts that are not level 1. How do I do that? I click on the first one and I hold shift and then multi-select them, and then I'm going to delete. So I did. So I'm going to click one, hold shift, drag, and it's going to multi-select them. Then you delete. Alright, there are plenty. So I think it's the last one. So you click one, the move tool comes up, you hold the shift tool, click your left mouse, select everything, and delete, and everything is gone. And now we have our level that ends here. So how do we end this level exactly? I'm going to carry this, copy, paste. Now that I've pasted it, I can move it, and I want our level to end here, exactly here. And now I'm going to turn off my top, turn on perspective, then turn my top to back so that I can see it from the back. So now I can see this, my cube. Now what I'm going to do now is to increase the size of this cube so that it can be on all the lanes. So now that it's on all, I'm going to increase the size. I think we should go back to top. So top, zoom out with your scroll wheel, then increase the size to the edge, Let's turn off perspective. Okay, you can see clearly now, to the edge, you can just take it out a little bit. So edge and the edge. So now if we go back to perspective and turn it back to back, we can see that the cube is on top of all the lanes. So now how do we make this the end of our level? We're going to go to this cube, and it's here. We're going to bring it out of the obstacles and drop it up there so that it will be isolated. Then we're going to name that, we're going to name this end trigger. So now I'm going to double tap on it, and I can see where it is as the end trigger. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my collider of the end trigger, go to my collider, and then I'm going to make it a trigger. If we want that to be a trigger, we have to make it a trigger. So a trigger should be turned on whatever you want to use as a trigger. So I'm going to make that a trigger, and it's already a prefab, which I don't want that to be. So I'm going to go to prefab and I'm going to say unpack completely. And now it's just the normal game object. By double tap, I should see it, and it's here as our trigger, and I've made it a trigger. Make sure you make that. So now we're going to create our end trigger code. And how do we do that? Add component and trigger. We're going to create the code that ends our level and load the next level. So on our script, we're going to open our script. It's loading. Now when I end trigger script, we're simply going to say we're going to remove all the unnecessaries, and I'm going to remove this too. So we're going to say void OnTriggerEnter, meaning if anything should enter our trigger, enter. If anything should enter our trigger, if anything should touch our trigger, not just anything, we're going to say if what is touching our trigger, that is other dot tag, if the tag of what is touching our trigger is equal to player, we should end the level. How do we end the level? That's what we're going to make in our screen so that it will be feasible to know that the game is ending. So how do we create what is going to end our level? We're going to say panel. We're going to call this level complete. Level complete. No, let's call this victory. Okay, victory. So victory is our panel. As you can see, it's on the whole screen. If I change the color to red and increase the alpha, we're going to see it on our whole screen. So when you create a panel, name it victory, increase the alpha to the highest, then change background to UI sprites, increase the pixels to 20, and when it's on 20, you're going to right click on victory, go to UI text, and now we're going to increase the boundaries of our text. Now we're still going to go to anchor, click on our anchor, hold LT, set it to the center. Then we're going to align the text itself, middle, then drop it down a bit so now it's in the middle of our screen. Now we're going to make this white. Yep. Then let's make this black, and then let's turn this red to the color of our player. And what's the color of our player? Go to the victory, take our color tool, go to the player and get the color. That's great. So go back to our text. We're going to make the design look good. So I'm going to use bold for this. Not extra bold. We're going to use popping this bold. So we're going to say victory. Let's increase the size to say 60. Now let's say 80. Okay, this is great. And now we're going to do some small animation. We're going to call this victory animation. So tap on animations folder, create. Okay, that was too fast. So go to our victory, tap on our victory. You should see the animation tab here. So tap on our victory, create. If you don't know how to make animations, there's a video on that on my channel on this same series, so you can go and watch that. The link is in the description. So on our animation, we're going to create animation and save the name as victory. So save. So now our victory animation is created and it's very empty. On our keyframes, it's empty. So we're going to say on the 15th second, it should make. Sorry. On the 0th second, our victory panel. Make sure this is the panel, not the text. The panel. Our panel should be without alpha, meaning transparent. But then on the 1st second, on 1 second, it should be full. And also on the 0th second, go to our text. Our text should not have any alpha, meaning victory will be transparent. Then on our 1st second, we go to our text and increase the alpha to the highest. So now if we go back to our 0 and click play, everything should come up from transparent to opaque. So yep, that's exactly what we want. So, and to make this not to loop, we go to our animator, go to the victory. You should see this animator there. Then on our controller, double tap. Then we're going to see this. We're going to close this game view so we can see what's happening here. And this is our animation. On entry means once the game starts, it should play this animation. Which animation is it going to play? The victory animation. What is the victory animation? The victory animation is the one that turns from transparent to opaque, like this. Yay. So we're going to stop this and then we're going to make it not to loop anymore. So double tap on victory and you should see this. On loop time, we're going to uncheck this, and if you notice when we play, it won't loop anymore. So that is exactly what we want. So as you click play, the animation should play and it will not loop anymore. Yes. So I'm going to turn this off because we don't want it to play here. We want it to play when it completes the level. So go to victory and turn it off. Okay. So now if we should play our game will play normally. Okay, let's play till where we can see our end trigger so that we can know exactly where our end trigger is. Okay, so we're still playing, we can't find our end trigger. that end object. Where is it? I can't find it. Okay, I know what's up. And when you make an object is trigger, you have to remove the rigid body. So go to our end trigger object, go to scene, end trigger object, you're going to see it. Then we're going to remove the rigid body because we don't need any rigid body on it. So remove component. So just the box collider, which is a trigger and end trigger script. So now we're going to, I think this was too far. What do you guys think? Is the level too long? I think it's too long. So top, turn off perspective. Let's edit this more. So I'm going to remove all these other obstacles. Tap, then hold shift, drag and select and delete. Then we're going to move our trigger forward. So just go to our trigger, then drag it forward, drag it forward. Is this too far? Let's keep on dragging it forward. Then we're going to delete this one. So tap on one of them, then multi-select, then delete. Okay, now our level is short as level 1. This is all that it is. So if I click play, we should see our objects. Okay, where is it? Where are you? Okay, we see it now. So our player just passed through it because it's a trigger. A trigger is always without the colliders, meaning you can always pass through it. So now we're going to make our victory show when our player passes through the end trigger. When our player passes through the end trigger. So we're going to say OnTriggerEnter is going to check if the object that passed through the trigger has the tag player. If it has the tag player, we're going to say end game. Yes, we're going to say end game. And then on ending the game, we're going to say victory for the player that passed the trigger. So now we're going to create a game object for our victory screen. So public game object, we're going to call this victory screen. So now we're going to say victory screen dot set active, and we're going to set it to true. Sorry, true. And this should do it. But then on start, we're going to say on starting the game, victory should not be showing. So we can't say victory when the player just started. We should only say victory when it passes the finish line. So we're going to copy this and put it on start, and then we're going to say instead of setting it active, we're going to set it false. So that on start it should be false, but when the player enters the trigger, it should be active. So let's go back to our game, and we're going to go to our end trigger where the end trigger script is. Then we're going to drag our victory into it, and then we're going to go to our trigger. Okay, this is where it is. So let's play our game. Let's see if it's going to say victory, because this is our finish line now. So play. We're going. This is our end. So it didn't work. Why didn't it work? What's wrong? Okay, our tag, the player is capital PLAYER. All these small things are what can cause you errors in C#, because C# is case sensitive. So we're going to go back to our code. If you notice, our player was a small p, so let's increase this to a capital P and save. If we go back to our game and click play, it should be working perfectly. So play. We're moving left, moving right, moving left, moving right. We jump, left. Yay! See, it's working. It's working. So that is exactly what we wanted. So we're going to go to our scenes and we're going to create level 2, because right now we have a way for level 1 to end. And is it just me, or is this purple looking kind of weird? So I'm going to make this white instead. Go back to our lighting and leave it on white. Okay, it's better now. Or should I leave it on yellow? Should it be yellow? Should it be what do you guys think? Okay, let's make it this color. I'm just trying to make it look good. So no, this is too cliche. Okay, let it be white. Let everything be white. Okay, so now I'm going to delete level 2 and duplicate level 1, so it will save as level 2. So now that we have, okay, level 1, level 2, why is it showing game over? Oh, canvas, okay, game over object, we don't need that. Okay, victory. Let's make this, what color should this be? Let's make this just the design aspect. We're designing level 2, guys. We're designing level 2. The color of our camera should be somewhat blue, and then our player should be green. You can always design your own however you want to design it. I'm just rushing designs now so that we can have what to work with. And then we want these colors to be blue. This is the basic player that we know of. So with our player green, we have to make our score green too. So green. Then we have to make the shadow of the high score to be green too. High score, shadow, green. So it makes sense. So with this we're ready. Okay, this is the level name. Always, because I was confused now, so always make sure to save and be organized. So scenes level 1, we're going to change this to level name, rename level name. So on level 2, we're going to change our level name to level 2. So now we can go through the two scenes, level 1, level 2, level 1, level 2, and on level 2 let's turn on the moving walls. What do you guys think? And then let's move on. Turning on the moving walls, we're going to move our end trigger forward, so that let's just leave it there because we don't have time. We have to make this simple as possible. So on our level 2, we can clearly see the difference with this. The walls are here, the walls are not here. So we're going to go to file, we're going to go to build settings, and on build settings we're going to delete this. Just tap on this and delete this. This is the build index. This is what handles all the scenes that show in your level. So what I want you guys to do next is go to level 1. We are in level 1, we're going to go to build settings, add open scenes. It adds level 1 as build index 0. Now on level 2, double tap, open level 2, go to file, build settings, add open scenes. Now we have level 1 and level 2 on our scenes. So now we're going to go to our animation on level 1, go to level 1, go to our victory screen, we turn it on so we can see how beautiful it is. Then go to animation, and we're going to zoom out. So now we have our animation playing in 1 second. Yeah. Now we're going to create an event on the 1 and 5th millisecond. How do we create an event? We come here and tap this, and it's going to add an event. Now you see there's a small kind of stuff here. So on this event, we're going to say it should load the level. This event is like an extra button. So as the animation is playing, once it hits this stuff, it's going to run whatever code you add there. Let's move this to the 1/10th millisecond. So when it hits here, I want it to automatically move us to the next level, which is which level? Level 2. So now let's go to our code and let's make that happen. So we're going to create a public void so that we can see it as an event. Public void next level. And how do we do this? We're going to import Unity engine scene management. So Unity engine dot scene management. To load our next level, we're going to say scene manager dot, we're going to load scene. And which scene do we want to load? We want to load the active scene. So we're going to call the scene manager class one more time so we can get the active scene method. So get active scene, then the method always has double brackets. And after getting the active scene, what do we want to do? We want to save it as a build index. And now on that build index, we're going to add 1 to it. So mind you, as you remember, on Unity, level 1 is on 0, level 2 is on the 1 index. So this method is going to add 1 to the active scene that we're on. So if we're on level 1 and we hit this method, it's going to add 1 to the index of level 1, which was 0 plus 1, and it's not, the index will now become 1. And when the index is 1, which scene is going to load? Level 2, because it has the index of 1. So that method, we're going to add it to our event. We're going to go to our event. We're going to say add function, and these functions are not necessary. All we are looking for is the next level function that we created. So looking for that, we can't find it. I can't see here. I can see here. So I'm going to go to our code and we're going to look for how we wrote it. We wrote it as next level on the end trigger. Okay, we can't find it because the code is on our end trigger. it's not on our victory. So we're now going to create a new code and we're going to say next. Sorry, let's call this level load. So our animation could not see the code because the code was not on our animation. So now let's make a code for our animation separately because our animation is very stingy. So now on our victory we have level load. On our level load script, we're going to remove all of this. We're going to call Unity scene management because that's what we're using. Scene management. And on our code, we're going to come to our end trigger and copy this out. Cut that out and put it here. So yes. So now we have all this and should be working now because it's directly on the animation. So on our animation now, we're going to say level load. Go to our events. We're going to find level load immediately. So we're going to find next level because the level load script is on our animation. Stingy animation. We found next level. We found it just now. I don't know what I clicked. So I'm scrolling down once more. I don't know what these functions are for. We're seeing next level. So we see next level. So once you clear the game and it plays animation, as it's coming up, it's going to load the next level. Let's move this further because we want the animation to play. It's very fine. This is intro again. So on our level 2, I just wanted to add one more design stuff. I'm going to go to our victory screen and we're going to turn it on. Let's see what it looks like. No, this is not fine because our player is green this time. So we're going to make this green and then we're going to turn it on and then let's look great. So you're gonna see what happens when, because right now we only have 2 levels, which is level 1 and level 2. So when it's on level 2 and it's on index 1 and it adds 1 to it, there is no level 3. So you're gonna see the error is gonna show. So on level 1, let's play and let's see what's up. And remember, on our code we said on starting the game, you should turn off our victory screen wherever it is that is on. Maybe by mistake we left it on. It's meant to turn it off. So let's see if our code is working. Right now it's on. We're on level 1. Let's play the game. So on start, turn off this. So we turn it off. As you can see, we're playing our game. So that's crazy. So let's win this level immediately. So bam, we win. Level 2, load. Crazy. This is some good play, good game. So now we're done with this level and another level won't load because we don't have another level. You see, and we died. So it kept on repeating the same, bro. So let's create another level. Let's call this level 3. I think this is where we're going to stop for today. And on our level 3, we're going to change this. Let me just make this quick. So with that, we have our level 3. And what I want you guys to do now that we understand everything that's going on, I want you to go to an end trigger in all the levels. Go to your end trigger in level 3, and we're going to turn our mesh renderer off because right now we can see where it is and we don't want our player to see this. That's why in some games when you pass some points in the game and the game ends, you're wondering how did they not raise this point. They had something like this there but it was invisible. So I'm going to turn this off. As you can see, it disappears, the picture disappears, but it's still there. As you can see, the edges of the collider, the trigger is still there. So we're going to go to all the levels and let's make this look professional. So we're going to turn this off. Turn mesh render off, save, go to level 1, end trigger, turn mesh render off, save, turn victory off, and save. And let's play our game and let's see what's going on. So in level 1, oh sorry, we didn't do one more thing. As you can see, we have 3 levels right now, but on our level index we only have 2. So I'm going to open level 3, double tap on level 3, open level 3. Then we're going to say add open scene. So now we have level 1, level 2, level 3 on indexes 1, 0, 1, 2. So level 3 even an error. So we're going to turn this off, turn victory off. So now we have level 3, level 2, level 1. Well, let's go level 1. Let's play and let's see if we can reach level 3. Let's go. Victory. As you can see, we didn't see where the end trigger was because you get it's looking more professional. Oh, we died. Okay, moving great now. We're moving great. Oh, died again. Level 2. If you notice, when we died, it kept on repeating the level 1 instead of level 2. So we're going to go to our end trigger and we're going to drag the end screen in. So minor error, and level 2 and level 3 too. Go to end trigger and notice the victory screen of level 3 is different, so it's not there. So drag the level 3 end screen there. Make sure all the levels have their respective end screens. So I'm checking this and it's there. Okay, so now we all have our end screens. That's great. So now I'm going to go to our player movement and we're going to change something. We're going to go there and we're going to say when we crash. Okay, that's on collision. So when we crash, restart is not meant to be load since 0. Because if you notice, when we cried, when we crashed, when we hit an obstacle, it was repeating level 1. Why was it repeating level 1? Because our scene manager, the load scene, was set to load level 1. How is it level 1? Because the scene index is 0. That's why it was reloading level 1. Go to our build settings, you see index 0 has level 1. So when we crashed, they kept on repeating level 1. So instead of doing this, we're going to copy our code from here and we're going to say when it crashes, what should we do? We're going to change the restart method. We're going to change this to when it crashes, reload yourself, meaning reload, get the scene index that you are on, get the scene index that you're playing on immediately. Then when you crash, load that scene index once more, meaning no more +1. We can leave it like that, or we're going to say ×1 so that it can repeat itself. Meaning it was 0. 0 times 1 is 0. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 1 is 2. So you keep on reloading your level that you were on. So this should work perfectly. So I should click play. Before I click play, let's clear all the player prefs. This is getting interesting. Level 1. Let's die on purpose. Okay. We are still on level 1. We died on level 1 and we were revived on level 1. So now we can see how you see game ended. Level 2. Let's die in level 2. Bam. We're back in level 1. What's going on? How did we come back to level 1? It's meant to get this scene ×1 collision. Game manager script. Then when we are low, okay. When we fall, why that wasn't working was because this code was for when we collide with an obstacle. So we can still leave it as ×1. So we're going to copy this same code and we're going to add it in our game manager, because our game manager is what holds if we are lower than -3, meaning if we are falling. So we're going to change this because it was loading level 0, it was loading index 0. So we're going to change this to the code that we have that is working, which is to load the active scene that you were on ×1 times itself. Might as well not put this, but let it just be there to clarify that we know math. So let's go and play. I'm sorry for the errors. Let's play. It's a good way to learn though. So okay, we fall now, starting the level we're on. So let's see if this works in level 2. Let's see if this works. Okay, we collide. Let's see if it starts the level. Okay, our hash code didn't change because it was on 6.6, meaning our code is working perfectly. It does this, and then our end screen is invisible. So we're in the next level. Level 2, if I should fall, I should restart on level 2. Crazy. If I should collide with an obstacle, meaning I died, I should restart on level 2 still. Crazy. So let's try and win this level so we can go to the next. It's obviously the same thing. Green for the player that was green. Okay, now something just happened. It's saying next level animation event has no receiver. It has no receiver. Why? Because we have not set that code to the victory. So on our victory, we'll add a level load script, then come to our animation of the victory, add the script, next level. That is great. I'm going to go to our level 3, go to the victory, animation is empty. As you can see, it's saying function not supported because it's not found. On our victory, we're going to add a level load script. So go back to assets, level load. Now on level load, we go back to animation, it recognizes the function. As you can see, no more not function, it's recognizing the scope. So this error should be fixed. So let's start from level 1 once more. Yay. We're playing. High score 12, crazy. Victory, level 1, level 2, we're still moving. no errors. As you can see down here, there's no error. Our game is great. Victory level 3, still no error. Great. I love this score counter. I like how it's popular and blending with it. So victory, now we should see an error because it's on level 4. Yeah, so exactly. So thank you guys. That's the end of this video. We have made 3 levels, and if you notice, the obstacles were the same in all of them. As you can see, there's a cube here, there's that same cube here, there's that same cube here. That's funny, but you can also change the arrangements of all the levels so that each level will be interesting, and you can always add more things. You can as well remove the moving walls on level 2, add them to level 3, change the color, change this, whatever you want to change. So in our next video, no spoilers, we'll be working on something new, but still on this series. Thank you for watching this levels video, and I hope and I want you to create plenty more levels and play with your friends and have a competition per se, and say who can reach this level before this other person. So thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you very much. So guys, I've come to the end of this video, and I'm very happy, and I want to thank each and every one of you for staying to the end of this video. If you enjoyed your series, please do well to leave a comment, please. It really helps. Thank you very much. And before you leave, there'll be a link in my description to join my Discord in case you have any questions, in case you have projects that you want us to work together in case you have game ideas that you want us to make, in case you have questions that you want to ask in tutorials, in case your code isn't working and you need help in whichever topic you have on Unity or on C#. The Discord channel is available so that we can always talk, share screenshots, be on streams together, and I can help you real time wherever you want, whenever you want. Thank you very much. And my website is also there in the link, in the description. Sorry, you can also visit my website and you see all the content there, you see all the assets, you see the links to download them. This whole series, the project that I'm working on, this real project, the game exactly, the project files are on the website, free for download, no cash at all, just to click the link and download. Simple. I'm doing this for free for you guys because of how much you guys have supported me. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. If you need help in anything, make sure to reach me on Discord, make sure to visit my website, and if you're still new here, please subscribe. Thank you, it really helps. See you in the next video. Bye.